Hi, this lesson is for Grade 5, Module 5, Lesson 1. It covers Standard 5, MD2, representing and interpreting data. The lesson objectives is to make a line plot to display a data set of measurements in fraction of a unit, half, quarter, and an eighth. Use operations on fractions for this grade to solve problems involving information presented in line plots. So let's see this example together. Mr. Fry, the gym teacher, decided to have 8 students compete in a running contest to see who could run the farthest. The table below displays the data from their run. Create a line plot using the data and then answer the questions below. I have here the table that have all the students' names and the distance each student ran per mile. I noticed here that the data are in between less than a mile or a fraction of a mile until the maximum of the data is 2 miles. So I guess I'm going to start to break down my number line into whole numbers, starting 0, ending with 2. So I'm gonna go here and go 0, 1, and 2. 0, 1, and 2. My next step is to look at each fraction here and see the denominator. I guess all our denominator should be between the eighth. So I'm going to break down between each two whole numbers into 1/8, 2/8 until I reach 7/8. After I broke in between the whole numbers into eighth, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, one whole number, then 1 1/8, 1 2/8, 1 3/8, 1 4/8, 1 5/8, 1 6/8, 1 7/8, and 2. Now it is time to plot my data. I'm going to use an X to represent each distance for each student. So let's see here. Lisa ran a distance of 1 6/8 of a mile. So 1 and let's see 6/8. I'm going to come right above the 6/8 and place an X. Second one, Sarah ran 1 mile and 2/4. Right now I'm going to have to convert those 2/4 to have my denominator to be an eighth instead of a 4. In order to go from a 4 to an 8, I have to multiply by 2. And of course, we all know that if we did anything to the denominator, we have to do the same to the numerator in order to not to change the whole number. So if I multiply both numerator and denominator by 2, so 2/4 multiplied by 2 over 2 equals 4/8. Very good. So right now I know that Sarah ran 1 4/8 of a mile. I'm going to go exactly here and place my X that represents her. After finishing plotting the rest of my data and putting in my mind all other fractions that different than the eighth has to be converted, now it's time to answer my questions. My first question is who ran the longest and who ran the shortest distance? If I looked at my line plot, I would see that the longest mile would be 2 miles that was done by Jonathan, and the shortest one was done by Serene. She ran fraction of a mile 6/8. My second part of the question, what is the difference between both of them? I'm going to say 2 minus 6/8 equals 1 and 2/8. My last question, which number of miles that appears the most on the number line? If I look on my number line, I'm going to see that the number that appeared the most was the 1 and 2/8 because it has the most x's above it. We came to the end of our lesson. Hopefully it's going to be useful to all of you. Thank you. Goodbye.